Americans are starting to panic from catastrophic food price increases. In the current grocery shopping landscape, it is no secret that the purchasing power of money has drastically diminished. The soaring cost of food staples has emerged as a relentless pain point for millions of American families facing these challenges. As the month of July rolled in, grocery prices once again surged, keeping the cost of living at historic highs and squeezing the already tight budgets of hardworking U.S. workers for yet another daunting month. Here, we'll talk about the effects and problems faced by an average shopper. We put enormous effort into producing data-driven content to show you what's fake and what's real. Subscribe and comment to The Final Economy. The constant burden of rising grocery prices has emerged as a pressing issue in 2023, affecting American households across the country. The constant rise in food prices has put significant strains on family budgets, making it difficult for many people to afford basic necessities. Families are struggling to meet their nutritional needs while managing rising expenses. This distressing situation requires difficult decisions and sacrifices in daily spending. The consequences are far-reaching, with families being forced to reconsider their eating habits and diets in order to cope with the price increases. The urgency to find solutions is visible as the difficulties of American households worsen. Grocery prices are skyrocketing, causing significant challenges for American families trying to buy essential items. Food costs are rising rapidly, making it hard for households to manage their budgets. This surge in grocery expenses is putting immense pressure on people's financial situations, forcing them to make tough choices and sacrifices. The shocking reality of everyday essentials in 2023 is a 300% price hike that has left consumers in disbelief. Prices of necessities have soared, making it incredibly challenging for people to afford essential items. The sudden and drastic increase in costs has caught many off guard, straining household budgets and causing financial stress. From groceries to household products, the steep rise in prices has created an urgent need for consumers to reassess their spending habits. The surge in costs is not attributable to a single cause, but rather a combination of various elements. Moreover, geopolitical tensions and limited exports of crucial fertilizers and grains further exacerbate the situation. Extreme weather events in 2022 devastated crops, resulting in substantial inventory shortages. Additionally, labor and personnel shortages in the food industry, coupled with rising energy costs, add further strain. Understanding this multifaceted issue is vital in finding effective solutions to mitigate grocery inflation. Double-digit price increases are hitting consumers hard, particularly in the categories of chicken, beef, and dairy. The cost of these essential food items have risen significantly, making it difficult for families to afford them. Consumers are grappling with the impact of these rising costs on their grocery bills and overall expenses. The double-digit price hikes are a concerning trend, warranting attention from policymakers and industry stakeholders to find ways to alleviate the burden on consumers and ensure access to affordable and nutritious food options. The potato and avocado crisis in 2023 are examples of the difficulties brought on by rising food prices. Scarcity and inflated cost of potatoes have disrupted meals at home and restaurants, with families facing difficulties in meal planning and businesses grappling with higher expenses. Meanwhile, the steep climb in avocado prices has impacted household budgets, making this fruit a luxury for many. The flour crisis has resulted in a constant price increase on baking ingredients, causing major problems for both consumers and businesses. The The price of all-purpose flour has risen dramatically, affecting bakers, homemakers, and the food industry as a whole. Flour, a key ingredient in many recipes, has become too costly, making it difficult for families to continue their baking traditions and favorite treats. Bakeries and businesses are facing increased production costs, which may necessitate changes in product offerings and pricing. The flour crisis is a pressing concern, emphasizing the need for measures to stabilize prices and assist baking enthusiasts and businesses during this difficult time. The rise in fruit prices has left many people frustrated and concerned about their ability to afford nutritious foods. Families are faced with difficult decisions as they attempt to balance their desire for fresh and healthy fruits with the reality of rising grocery prices. The fruit chaos has an impact beyond the shopping cart, influencing meal planning and dietary habits. Soybean oil prices have witnessed a dramatic surge, putting immense pressure on food prices and production. The high cost of soybean oil have a ripple effect on various food products, leading to increased expenses for consumers. Soaring prices impact the entire food industry, from manufacturers to restaurants, ultimately affecting household budgets. As a crucial ingredient in many food items, inflated soybean oil prices pose challenges for businesses and consumers alike, prompting concerns about affordability and supply chain stability. Meanwhile, with butter becoming more expensive, bakers and homemakers are grappling with the impact on their recipes and budgets. The surge in butter costs has caused concern in the baking industry, leading to potential changes in product offerings and prices. Consumers are also feeling the pinch as they are forced to adjust their shopping habits and ration their use of butter. In the current economic situation, soybean oil prices have experienced an unprecedented surge, causing a ripple effect throughout the food industry and impacting households across the country. The high cost of soybean oil are affecting food prices and production, leading to increased expenses for consumers. Similarly, the rising cost of butter is causing concern for bakers and consumers. With butter becoming more expensive, people are worried about how it will affect their recipes and daily expenses. Restaurant owners find themselves bearing the brunt of insane price hikes, grappling with the overwhelming impact on their businesses. Coping with these unprecedented increases in food costs has become a difficult task, pushing them to make tough decisions to stay in business. The soaring prices of essential ingredients and supplies have left many restaurant owners in a state of uncertainty, trying to find ways to manage their expenses without compromising on the quality of their offerings. Complex challenge of balancing their budgets while providing a satisfying dining experience for customers weighs heavily on their minds, demanding creative solutions and collective support from the industry and consumers alike. Bulk shopping serves as a frustrating reality check on the current state of grocery costs. While many once saw buying in bulk as a way to save money, the soaring prices have shattered that perception. Consumers are realizing that even purchasing larger quantities doesn't shield them from the impact of escalating grocery expenses. The frustration lies in the fact that what was once a cost-effective strategy has now become a stark reminder of the challenges posed by rising living costs. Bulk shopping has become a litmus test for consumers to reassess their budgets and adapt to the changing economic landscape. The rise in food insecurity has become a concerning reality, highlighting many people's ongoing struggle to obtain nutritious meals. As food prices continue to rise, more households are finding it difficult to afford basic necessities. The rising cost of living has forced families to make difficult choices, often compromising on the quality and variety of their meals. Food insecurity paints a gloomy picture of disparities in access to nutritious food, affecting individuals and communities alike. Tough decisions and price tags are becoming a common theme as Americans are faced with choices on their grocery lists. The continuous rise in food prices has left consumers facing a challenging predicament when it comes to budgeting and shopping for essentials. With higher price tags on everyday items, individuals and families must carefully assess their needs and prioritize their purchases. The pressure to strike a balance between nutrition, quality, and affordability is evident as people navigate through the aisles of grocery stores. The need to make informed choices on grocery lists has become paramount in the face of escalating living costs, prompting a reevaluation of consumer habits. In the longer run, the persistent surge in food prices can have profound and far-reaching consequences on various aspects of society and the economy. The sustained increase in food costs may lead to inflationary pressures across the economy. As food is an essential commodity, rising prices can impact the cost of living for consumers and reduce their purchasing power. This, in turn, can slow down consumer spending and economic growth. Higher food prices may incentivize increased agricultural production in the short term, but prolonged price increases can also lead to imbalances in supply and demand. This may put pressure on farmers and may influence land use decisions. The higher food costs can exacerbate income inequality and socioeconomic disparities. Those with limited financial resources may be disproportionately affected, leading to potential social unrest and discontent. The year 2023 brings economic uncertainty, leaving many individuals and families passing through difficult times, particularly when it comes to food prices. The unpredictable financial landscape has led to anxiety about the ability to afford essential groceries and maintain a decent standard of living. The rising cost of food items have become a significant burden, requiring careful budgeting and strategic spending. The soaring food costs demand collective action from all stakeholders. Families face challenges in affording necessities, leading to food insecurity and tough choices on grocery lists. Restaurant owners cope with insane price hikes, while consumers express frustration. Economic uncertainty adds to the difficulties, urging policymakers, businesses, and communities to work together. Accessible and affordable food for all becomes a pressing priority. Addressing this issue is vital for a resilient and equitable food system. Together, we can find sustainable solutions to mitigate the impact of rising food prices and ensure no one goes hungry.